Creating content is easy when you know what you're doing. However, it gets really, really hard and overwhelming when you don't have the right system, right process, or right structure to do it. And have you ever actually felt like you really wanted to do your content, you wanted to generate leads, bring in trust, and convert better, and you really want to do your content, but you never really get around it? And it's the most common thing a lot of creators face, because you know if it's not scheduled in your calendar, or if you don't have content pre-planned, and how you're going to go about your shooting and all that sort of stuff, it can get overwhelming. And no wonder people feeling burned out, because they get in front of the camera, they don't know what to say, they don't know how to say it, they don't know how to structure the content, and when it comes to shooting, they never end up editing it or posting it, or using that asset that could help them generate thousands of dollars, thousands of impressions, increase trust, generate leads, and build that flywheel for their business. So in today's video, I want to make content creation very, very easy for you. So all you have to do, continue watching this video till the end, and if you got some value out of it, feel free to reach out to me or comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this video. So how you can actually make your content creation become an easy process, right? So what I would leave everyone with is, like, if you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. So what I mean is that if you don't plan your content creation, it's not going to happen. It's going to be very inconsistent. It's same as your business. If you don't show up in your business, if you don't generate leads consistently, things gonna fail, right? So how do you actually solve this problem? Well, having a proven system from when you actually start planning your content all the way to shooting, editing, distributing, and actually tracking your metrics, it becomes paramount. It becomes so important in your business as a foundation, because we're not here to just generate views. We are here to generate more business. And how can we actually track? If we don't really know our numbers, we can't really track. And if we don't have a system or processes to actually do this the most efficient and effective way, then it's not gonna serve us, essentially. So what I would say, if it actually feels overwhelming, so you're gonna ask yourself a question: what your bottlenecks or challenges are. Maybe you don't really feel comfortable or confident speaking in front of a camera. Maybe you're unsure whether to use teleprompter for a script, or to go more like flow with the content. And you really have to see what your style actually is. What I would say, even in my free community, I tell people, the free course that I put together is to do the 100 days challenge. So meaning, if you haven't spoken in front of a camera, start recording yourself on your iPhone and just talk, right? You talk, whether you post it or you don't post it. The more reps you put in, the more comfortable you're gonna feel when you actually record video content. So find out where your bottlenecks are and how is it impacting you. So for instance, if camera anxiety is a thing for you, how can you overcome that? Maybe my mini course that I put together might help you, and it's completely free as well. You can just join in. I'll link it down below as well. Or maybe you don't know how to come up with the script or creative ways to create content. Find out where the challenges or the bottlenecks are and how you're going to solve each problem, right? So what I would recommend is having a proven system that you can follow, so then when it comes to actually you planning your content, you don't feel overwhelmed, you don't feel stuck, you don't feel like you can't get anything done, because 60% of the content is just ideation. You have no idea. Like, this is very, very true. Whether you follow your content creator, YouTuber you follow, let's say Mr. Beast, like, he spent most of his time coming up with content ideation, coming up with content writing. So that is the most important thing that you need to be focusing on. And once that's done, how are you gonna record it? Are you gonna be recording it in your home? Is it gonna be outside? But I would leave you with this: the best thing you could do is have a place that you can create all your content. Make it easy for yourself. Have a light, have an audio, have a camera setup, so that you can be in a setting that you can do this on repeat. And if you're doing it on your own, you know, set a time each week, a day of a week, to record all your content and batch this content, right? So having a system is very, very important. Make it easy for yourself, and you don't have to do everything. Trust me, you have to see where your strengths are. And I would suggest you to be focusing on speaking in front of a camera, whether you record it yourself, having a good system, or whether getting someone to record it for you. It is important for you as a creator to do the talking, right? Whereas, let's say, editing might be time consuming, right? So you might have to outsource or delegate that area. And your hours is worth more than just editing videos, right? So you could be using that time to helping your client, you know, things like that. So you need to know what area you need to be focusing on. However, I will leave you with this. You need to know each stages of the production phase, because once you understand it, then you can outsource it. So even though you don't want to do the editing, knowing a little bit about how the editing process work, it becomes so important, because now you can go out there and delegate it. Now you can even go out there, give it to an agency, but you understand how it works. So make sure you have a proven content system that you can follow, because this will save you hours. You know, this will save you a lot of countless hours, money, you know, that you could be leaving on the table, because all these assets are there, all this time. When people say, I don't have time to create content, I know that's BS, because, you know, if it's of a priority to you, you make the time for it. It's same as going to the gym. If, let's say, you don't have the time to go to the gym, you make the time. If this was a priority for you, same thing. If you want to gain more trust, if you want to generate more leads, and you want people to come through your DM or to your funnel through inbound system, then you need to build a system in the first place, so that, you know, it can naturally attract people into your ecosystem. I've seen time and time again, a lot of people, they do cold DM, they do cold calling, they do, you know, cold ads, but they never really take the time to optimize their profile, so that when they do run ads, when they do go, you know, cold calling or whatever, you know, people can see their page and instantly the trust is built before jumping on a call with them, you know. So it is important. So don't neglect building a brand that, you know, increases people trust with you. So before they want to work with you, it clarifies all the question and concern, and you're going to get less objection when you jump on a call with these people. And even if you have a low ticket offer, they go and they look at all your social proof, all your content, then they make a decision and they buy, right? So take the time to actually have a proven process when it comes to your content strategy and production, and this will save you countless hours, and it will make you a heck of a lot more money, because you now have a system that you can train new people in. You now have a system that you can outsource or delegate the areas that you don't necessarily enjoy, and it's going to save you a lot of time.